What did they question her about?
Yeah, well, the answers I will tell you was really a lot of I don't knows or I don't remembers. And so they kind of brought back the demand letter. And then Nicole Westmoreland asked Bonna, didn't you tell the government you were at a party when this incident happened? Bonna responds, I don't remember. You didn't say that you were sleeping until your civil complaint came out. And Bonna responds, I don't remember. You never said that Diddy was banging on the front door. Bonna says, I don't remember. You didn't tell the government in your first interview that you told your girlfriend to hide. Bonna responds, I don't remember. Well, the first time you alleged that this happened was in your civil complaint. Bonna says yes. Didn't you tell the government you were smoking weed, but in your demand you said that it was a cigarette? But then in the second meeting you told the government you were pretending to smoke weed. Aren't those three different things? And Bonna said they're three different things. And Nicole Westmoreland is like, didn't you tell the government you were looking into the apartment, not outside of the view on the balcony or the patio, and that Diddy was charging at you and you could see him charging at you? And Nicole Westmoreland said, I don't remember. And I think one of the biggest points that they had made during this is that Nicole Westmoreland questioned Bonna just about, in your civil complaint, didn't you tell the government that Diddy sexually assaulted you? And Bonna says, I showed them where his hands were placed on my body. Nicole Westmoreland's like, you said that Diddy groped your breast and he sexually assaulted you. And Bonna is kind of like, well, my lawyers, yes. Nicole Westmoreland said, you didn't tell the government that Mr. Combs groped your breast to the point that you had bruises. Bonna responds, I don't remember. Then again, kind of the defense comparing Bonna's civil complaint with her testimony that she had today. Didn't Mr. Combs hang you over the banister twice? And Bonna was explaining, I was struggling with my feet. Well, didn't you tell the government on April 9th of 2025 that your feet were on and then off the rail? Didn't you tell the government just 2 days ago that you don't recall the details of the balcony incident? And Bonna was responding, I don't know. And so I feel like the defense was scoring some wins here, because if you're meeting with the government very recently, just within this year, or even as far back as a couple days ago, and you're saying you don't remember what you had disclosed to the government during this, and you're saying this multiple times at a lot of different answers, you can expect that the defense probably scored a win here, because if you can't recall kind of what was going on, then it seemed like the defense kind of took that opportunity to really just kind of go for the gusto there.
It's an issue. I've said it before, I'll say it again. This is not a clean prosecution here. I mean, there are issues with these witnesses. Is it enough to raise reasonable doubt? Is it enough to say that they're not telling the truth? I don't know what the jurors are thinking, but these are definitely points that the defense had to hit and are hitting.